How about that, huh? Like this. Oh, yeah, beautiful. I swear to God, I've done all the work. Literally done everything. Oh, God, I missed it. Luckily, that's perfect. That's just there, my friend. This guy can't throw a fire with his fire. Wait, how's that mix? No, you will not take this away from me, Skyrim. I will toggle God. Wait, what protects you? How are you immune to this? Why do my shots not work? Oh, yes, that works. Oh. Talk to the commander, the only person's fine, because you escaped to open your tree. For some reason, he's holding a fire himself. Or how? Something pretty new like that. I will not allow this to happen for a long time. Get me to do the rest of the work. I can draw it along. Help is independent. Apple brother? Yes. Oh, that. I rescued them. Basically, everyone I rescued died. I could have just killed everyone else and rescued them. Cool. I'm rescued. You're black. That's your chance to mitigate and then all yourself. Very nice. I feel like it could be a complete waste of time. But, okay. That's it. Did you see that without me reading that? Out of my way. That was cool. Okay, at least hold it. Come on. Are we enjoying dinner, gentlemen? Oh, thank you. I expect it's going to be significantly harder or smaller from now on. Am I right? Are you right? Fantastic. I'm ready. Excellent. This next one shouldn't be too hard. Get down to targets. Most of the stories the killing style war agents is somewhat of a speciality.
Excellent.
From the Downpost control division. I know that doesn't sound like a very impressive role. But if you go Skyrim as well as I do, this video is too hard. Most obvious to find for the individual to practice their course to what they do now. Practice. So on to take. Yes, I will say that. back to my video. I'm not doing that. Thank you for the reminder. One of these is back. Probably going to do that. Thanks for the
Oh shit, ow.
Excellent. If you're ready, I have a
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here by yourself? Maybe you want to come with me, Phil? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Attempting to spread the word of the empire. Once claims the sky was brought the empire in order to help the fight of the period. It's in our best interest. I actually think
Head over there. as soon as possible. Oh my God, we're insulting Marco. They think that might work. Well, yeah, it'll be up later. Then we can go. What's going to go looking to go and kill the guy that he wants to what's the guy need to look? Wait, where is it? Oh, Louis is there for attacking Marco. Okay. I thought I was looking for a picture of the question. I thought they must be using channels to my English side. That is quite hard to do. Yes, my stupidity knows no bounds. Break through the empty wall. Oh, we've got an actual, like, oh my God. Hey, you're so far there. Hey, you're pretty back. There you're there. Hey, I'm on it. Let's go. Let's act. Okay. I would deal with that offensive always. I would deal with that. And we're there. It's no match for my arrows. Take that. I'm very stuck. Oh my God, yes. Fire to the birds. Oh, kill them all. Oh my God. Wow, very still tonight. Why are there so many NPCs flying around? Only about to fly
Commonwealth Minutemen.
Minutemen? So now I'm traveling backward in time.
Protect the people at a minute's notice. That was the idea. So I joined up, wanted to make a difference. And I did.
Hey! No, hey! No, it looks like
last man left standing.
Sorry if you're American. Dude.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Just folks looking for a new home, a fresh start. I've been with them since Quincy. Lexington looked good for a while, but the ghouls drove us out there. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. It's just me.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Dave here. And 2 years ago, the Bethesda Game Studios officially
What's for date today?
Hey, mini DLC marketplace. Didn't exactly open up the performance reception, if I say so myself. But that was then an extension.
Go fuck yourself, Pansy.
Look for a date on your phone.
Fuck you. I'll send you.
Oh, shit on you.
Bring it, bitch.
Well, let's wait on top of you.
Bring it, bitch.
Yeah?
Bring it, bitch.
I don't think you want to.
Asshole.
Anyway,
Cracker Jack.
Will it be enough to stop those
days ago, by the
videos?
time I'll end up publishing this video, Bethesda
Here's a
released
crash
its
version
first
on the roof. Old school.
in the sheer number of mods and the actual size
Gee,
of them.
look for a date.
Don't suck your duck and not hat, bitch.
Oh, listen, Louie.
Go fuck yourself.
Military issue.
What makes this power armor so special?
Holistic internalized server system. What? Inside that baby super. Resistant to rads and get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that. And those radiation express tickets.
Performance credits. The add-on simply named Goblins.
And I can use the minigun
Best described as a dungeon
Don't see why not.
as soon as
You'll have
Goblins
a manual trigger.
the next
The
time
same
the
bad guys as the old
only given an objective
spring
head
break.
back to the beat and bar
Now, as for the armor, it's out of juice. Probably has been for 100 years. Can be powered up.
have been making a run on Skyrim Southern border, harassing travelers, disrupting trade routes, and even launching small assaults on settlements. No one is sure what
So
to do.
what's the solution?
And sadly,
What
all
you'll
we know
need
is
is
this
a
is the
reward
whole
of
war/raid
Standardized
doesn't
physical.
pay much attention.
Your high used by the military and companies way back when. You know right how to find out.
But we can't get to the
Situation all the more
down in the
dramatic.
basement.
So, as always,
Like behind the security.
Look,
I fixed this. I tinkered. Bypassing security is exactly what it takes.
What you doing with a tell Jesus.
You're my fucking mother.
Actually, I already grabbed the version 4. We're set.
The dungeon
Well, all right.
size, I'd argue,
Maybe I'll
is
let
just
Solomon turn his
about medium.
Once you jack
Maybe
your
on
phone to
the
the
small
power
side.
grab that mini.
You're not my fucking mother.
But it's also far from
Neighbor.
the goblins
I go fuck yourself.
also boast custom textures and models. Many had feared that they'd just be recolored writings, so I'm glad that's not the case. Eventually, at the end of the dungeon, the player will find a makeshift throne occupied by a hostile, old-painted horse named the Holy Goblin. I guess this must have been my name. But once he's been defeated, and all the good goblins have been assembled, we can read various journals from the remains of people they kidnapped and killed, as well as find the Holy God's own personal diary, in order to piece together a narrative of what exactly has been going on. Goblins, as players of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion will recall, are a species of mammal hailing from Cyrodiil, and recently, it seems, this group was using a nearby tank to cross the Skyrim. Unlucky for them, that tank recently caved in, while all of the goblins were in the rift, trapping them here. The group ended up bumping into a horde who was covered in a blue substance thanks to the According to the board's aside from the
Sit on it.
Further pitch?
No.
Right now. I just took a lovely shit. I just took a lovely dump. Oh yeah.
Yeah, sis.
Fucking make me, asshole.
The story was somewhat amusing to read about, but it was also easy. The fact that everyone was exclusively communicating by text. I mean, I feel like Jack bring some of this stuff to a whole new level. But anyway, that was guys. It's next. Let's get that along forward. Our next endeavor, but mildly at 250 credits, is get somebody up here. And I'll be honest with you, that I think I really like this. Those of you who don't know, around 20 to 30 minutes of your fast travel. But the challenge itself is what I found compelling. The implications on the broader lore of the original universe are huge. Assuming that there's a whole
Heads up.
overseas today, Howard wants himself from an interesting character.
Ready? Heads up.
And allows you to see live line NPCs through walls with a non-stop detect lifestyle, which is insanely overwhelming. The trade-off is that when carrying the hood, guards will all universally be hostile to you, as they know exactly what you're up to. For 250 credits, I'll say this is by far and away the easiest thing I've had to recommend on the store. The actual structure of the creation isn't very different than much else. Read note, do X, Y, Z, then get item. But I appreciate the lore developments, and they were executed in a way that didn't feel as though Bethesda was trying to come up with an excuse for just giving us design, unlike certain other creations. Seriously, you mean to tell me that Bandit stole Helena White Trick's armor? Anyway, you get the idea. This does get a
Fuck me, an asshole.
I'm just glad you're on our side.
For a third spot, we're slipping right back into that 400 credit price point with Hendraheim. I hope I said that properly. A player home mod by Elias. I've made my personal opinions on player home pretty obvious before. It's just not a mechanic I personally never took much of an interest in, but I understand much of the community disagrees.
We help out
Hendraheim is located on the scenic cliffs of the region, and it's a home style in the same fashion as Thirsty Hall or Yovascular. It's a big, open-floor, traditional Nord longhouse with a small bit. begin to assume ownership
Well,
of
since
it
you say
as the
that,
board reaches the
maybe
player
you'll come
via
to sanctuary
warrior
with
that
us.
its owner,
We could
a
use your help
warrior,
getting
is
settled
looking
down.
for a challenger to fester in combat.
What would I
She
need to
can
do?
finally see Solid Guard.
To stay
Sound familiar?
strong like you
She
will.
recently lost an important friend, and
There's
now
more
she's
to
no
my
reason to remain in the mortal realm any longer than she needs to. Simply meet up with her friend at home to beat her in battle, and the robbery will be all yours. The space is built with all the necessary crafting stations, workbenches, creatively placed displays, and bells and whistles you would expect out of a home you're paying $4. And again, here's a basement for your most precious food. The rooms are pretty great. Honestly, my favorite. Again, I'm just not a house guy,
Go fuck
so I don't
yourself.
think I'd spring for this, but you get the idea. That's not necessarily a critique of its quality. I will say, though, it does seem the interior of this building is like almost a literal copy of your master or nurse need, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I had originally been kind of impressed with the more original and creative structures we'd seen before. I personally think, and again, I'm not a home guy, this was my least favorite of the ones on the CC. Please don't hate me a line, Norm. This is my job. I do it for a living. Anyway, moving on. The last 2 months we have to discuss also happens to be the biggest we've seen so far, both in content and in their price points. Boy, do I not have some thoughts about these. We'll start with the cheap room to
Murphy, we
do.
talked
Dead
about
Man's
this.
Dread
That
for
jump,
750
it's gonna
atoms,
kill you.
or credit, or pieces, or whatever it is we're calling them. $7.50. It's no small feat, even by the standards of this market place. So, what exactly does that get us? Well, Dead Man's Dread is, at its
Thanks to our friend
core,
here.
another dungeon
It's safe to
adventure.
move
Not
out.
tremendously unlike Goblins, for that matter.
Thanks.
After installing and reading a few notes, we'll eventually set off to a strong cottage, an island factory or cove, that's set to a 1/7 base of pirate operation. Legend has it that thousands of
Oh, fuck me.
Use your phone.
Make me bitch. Asshole. Go fuck yourself.
Setting sail on a boat.
Well,
Sort of like our
sanctuary.
but the island itself is
Oh, God.
It's really tiny, maybe even tinier by the fact that it's protected by a series of invisible walls that box us inside. All that there really is for us to do here is walk into a convenient cave entrance that leads to the large cove beneath the landmass. Here we'll find exactly what was promised. A dark, moist cavern filled with water and with a single pirate ship still floating at the center of it all.
Make me, asshole.
Working about both inside and outside of the vessel. But the ship is indeed on the larger scale of things, seeming to borrow the same self-structure as the Emperor ship that plays such a pivotal role in the Dark Brotherhood storyline. Our objective is pretty simple. Just clear out the structure and find our way into the captain's quarters. In here, we're able to acquire Cyrus's armor set, and Cyrus's saber will be on a nearby display case. For those of you who don't know, Cyrus was the protagonist of the Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard, a 1998 MS-DOS installment in the franchise, where Bethesda took a brief break away from RPG elements and had you play as an assigned character, Cyrus, a Redguard sailor from Stros Makai. In the captain's quarters of the ship, additionally, will be the captain's old journal, which documents the fate he and his crew suffered. You see, many years ago, this ship was fleeing some particularly ruthless pursuers, where they took shelter in the scope. One of their men was unfortunately a fanatical traitor, who somehow caused the cove's entrance to cave in on them, resulting in everyone being trapped inside, and turning this area into their watery grave. According to his diary,
Fucking God, that's it.
was in fact some of the captain's most prized possessions, suggesting that Cyrus himself was never aboard his boat, but instead the captain got a hold of his
fuck
armor
yourself.
and sword as collectibles somehow. After we close this journal, the quest is pretty much over. However, as we leave, now the ghosts of the crew, rather than the skeletons, are glowing, and the Dragon Lord welcomes them to rest too, and to make you escape. A few days after the quest has been finished and you return to Skyrim, a courier will deliver a note, informing you that the ship you cleared is now a potential player home, and you'll be free to move in. So overall, Dead Man's Dread offers a short dungeon crawl, 2 new pieces of apparel, and a new sword for $7.50. Honestly, while I appreciate the size, feel like $4 or maybe $4.50, maybe $5 wouldn't have been a particularly offensive price. But $7.50 is asking for a lot, even by CC standards. And the expansion offers like maybe 20 minutes of gameplay and just a couple of items. So this was a pretty big thumbs down in my book. But hey, if you're into player homes, this is a bit better option for you.
Yes.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the last creation we'll be looking at, and by far and away the most expensive piece of content to ever grace the marketplace, for a whopping 1,500 credits, yes, $15, just $5 shy of the actual Dragonborn DLC, I give you Saints and Seducers. Alas, with the largest price tag of any item on the Creation Club, Saints and Seducers does appear to also deliver more content than anything we've seen. Whether or not it's enough content to justify that MSRP, well, we'll get into that. I'll start by saying the entire mod is definitely a bit too long for me to provide a step-by-step walkthrough of it, as I've done with a few others in this video. Though most creations take around half an hour to complete, by the time I finished Saints and Seducers entirely, around 2 hours had passed. So I'll give you the spark notes and try not to spoil much. As similar to the Grey Cowl, assuming it all holds canon, there are some major lore implications that I think Oblivion players will really appreciate. The story goes that basically there's been an increase in bandit activity across Skyrim, particularly orchestrated by 2 major gangs. After clearing out a few camps, it will quickly become apparent that something's different about these raiders. As we investigate their dwellings, various journals will reveal that they're being influenced by magic from the Shivering Isles. Sheogorath, the bad god himself, Our efforts to get to the bottom of what's happening will ultimately lead us to a new dungeon within Solitude Sewers, where it appears elements of the Shivering Isles are spilling over into Skyrim. Here, we'll have to defeat a particular tradesman and his legion of Shivering Isles Daedra in order to put an end to the madness. After this, there's even a brief epilogue that can occur, where we receive a letter from a courier regarding one of the Daedra from the Shivering Isles that's still in Skyrim. But I'll let you explore that narrative for yourself. Furthermore, there are some side objectives centered around learning to craft and mastering some of the various weapons and spells brought over from the Shivering Isles. That really do enhance the whole endeavor. As I said, the whole affair ran me about 2 hours, though I was being a bit of a completionist. There's around 5 or maybe 7 quests, though a lot of those are just go here and kill these bandits quests. And there is one new, rather large, and frankly really well-crafted new dungeon, that being the Solitude Sewers. There's also a total of 3 new NPC types with custom models and textures. But if I'm being honest with you, everything I've just described is still only like half the content. You see, Saints and Seducers actually adds in an absurd amount of new items and spells. There's 4 new main equipment sets, which provide an armor outfit and a whole suite of custom weapons. There are Dark Seducer, Amber, or as I like to call it, Aquaman here, Madness, which looks sick by the way, and Golden Saint. Again, each of these classes has entire tiers of weapons. There's like 3 dozen new, uniquely meshed and textured weapons available in these equipment sets alone. And they all look fantastic. Furthermore, there are 2 legendary artifacts the mod allows us to craft. The Sword of Jin-Galagak, I think I pronounced that properly, which is like pretty huge from a lore perspective if you're familiar with who that dude is. Though honestly, I must admit the blade itself is kind of unremarkable. And then there's Nerve Shatter, a special warhammer that does some incredible electric damage and looks menacing. Then, that's still not to mention 8 new spell tomes, a variety of new miscellaneous items, and the whole thing even comes with the entire Rare Curios collection, which is like another few dozen ingredients, and costs a couple dollars too, normally. I'm genuinely very satisfied with most of the content here. The new armors look incredible at times, and there's some real attention to detail here that surprised me.
Fucking asshole.
Them, except maybe the yellow guy's sword, look great. The textures and models throughout the new
Oh, you want to?
this cool, exotic feel. The people who designed this content itself, the artists, did a great job. We'll talk about whether or not their work was appropriately priced, but more on that in a second. Physical content aside, the mod story is fine, but it struggles to tell it. I mean, again, there's only so many bloody diaries you can read before you start questioning why everyone in Tamriel keeps one of these things. And I can't express just how much an expansion like this would have benefited from actual voice acting. I suspect Bethesda knows this. It's really not hard to add voice files into Skyrim, so there's probably some, but nonetheless, that really would have helped out a lot. The quest structure is also pretty monotonous at the beginning, when you're just clearing bandit camp after bandit camp all willy-nilly, but it does pick up towards the end. So now for the real question. Is it worth $15 to most people? Well, I don't really think so. Despite sounding quite gleamy in this review, $15 is literally 3/4 of Dragonborn, and we're definitely not getting that out of this. I mean, there are much better things to spend $15 on. I think you can even get Fallout 76 for that price now. But if you're rich, or just a real fan of Sheogorath and or Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC, then maybe I could see money for this creation being a worthwhile endeavor. If it were closer to $10, I'd probably give the whole package like a 7 out of 10. But a $15 price tag just seems kind of offensive to me. I'm thrilled to see Bethesda committing more resources to these larger packs, but it's just not a reasonable asking price in my opinion. I'm kind of torn in this regard. I mean, I was just so egregiously frustrated with what the Creation Club launched with. I mean, a year ago, we were paying like $4 for a single sword, so this stuff is definitely a step up, like by far and away. It's just that the bar wasn't very high to begin with. I mean, the content is finally acceptable. Now they just need to get the prices a little bit lower. Overall, though, I would prefer stuff like this to anything we've gotten before. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. If you've got a lot of money and $15 doesn't mean much to you, then yeah, spring for it, I guess. If you don't, and you're like most normal people, then, like, I don't know, maybe not move or something. Anyway, that does it for this season's Creation Club content. Overall, I feel like it's a general trend in a positive direction, but still not at the point where I can positively recommend everything. There was that Guild quest, which I really did appreciate, but everything else was, at best, iffy for me. I find myself in this really weird position, where I'm so glad Bethesda's expanding the scale and scope of these paid or creations, or whatever the heck they're calling them, but at the same time, I'm still not satisfied with where they're being priced, which puts me in a really weird place. I will say that since Bethesda does extremely frequent sales with the Creation Club, I'm willing to bet a lot of this stuff is eventually going to hit a pretty decent price point. But for now, I'm left with pretty frustrated. But looking at the timer, I am now well over 20 minutes into this video, so I think it's time for myself to personally respond. What do you guys think about all of these new releases? I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say in the comment section. You guys love it, you hate it, you think it's slightly
Fucking.
especially let me know what you think if you're a console player, because it does
Look for a dick.
Go fuck yourself. Don't tell me what to fucking do.
Give a comment down below.
You drinking coffee now?
Like ratings are very much appreciated, and I hope to catch you all.
It's milk, you fucking idiot.
You don't drink coffee after this day.
Oh gee, is that Mr. fucking Captain Obvious over here? Quit touching my fucking piddle.
Move out by yourself.
Sure it is.
Gee, you better get ready for work.
Still up time.
Oh.
Today's 10:20.
Oh.
I know it'll start till 12. But I am taking your bus though, so I'm leaving at 11.
No, I don't want to use your bike.
It's gonna be too fucking cold.
Oh, shit. Oh.
It's gonna be too cold.
No.
Quarter bike. Yeah, it will. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade that.
Hey, how's it going, guys? And at long last, welcome back to another Skyrim mod video, where we take a look at some of the greatest and latest in-game content.
That's actually not bad though. From here, I wonder how it is like from this perspective. Oh yeah,
But we're back.
that's not bad.
So much has changed on the
Could use a bit of work though, but
dare I say, top 5% creations of a bird that I'm very excited to break down. In fact, there's one specifically I'm really hyped about. But anyway, without any further ado, let's do further. Starting off, we'll be beginning today with the newest mod on this list, Remnants of the Forbidden Order, on the Harpy Fulgura, which just dropped a few days ago on May 8th. Remnants is by and large an armored weapon pack, bringing 2 new custom armor sets, and a new sword and staff. All with high-quality custom models and textures, performing resolutions as high as 4K. Though you can download more performance-friendly variants as well. The first armor set I'd like to show off is the Knight Cleric armor, which combines black gothic steel plates with red fabrics and golden.
oh yeah.
It's a very dark fantasy-esque vibe. From a statistical standpoint, the set's pretty much identical to Daedric armor. So, look at it. It's pretty neat. The new sword, the Knight Cleric Moton, I think I'm pronouncing that properly, also does the exact same damage.
I fucking up you or something?
Great sword, with the same sweet tongue.
Bitch.
Then, there's the very impressive
Jack.
Don't fuck yourself.
which are
Go in there. Go in the water.
just like themselves and a fight pack. Neither of which offer any damage.
Oh, I can. It's radiation now.
Oh.
And damn elegant, if I do say so myself. Resembling something you'd see a bishop wear. Coming with the
Yeah, that's good enough.
The staff of cleansing pockets, which will create a wall of play that means no 50 points of damage. All this new gear is appealing to none. But something that gets mentioned is that the acquirement, not via crafting or just having stuff spawned into our inventories, but instead through a short quest line that sends us to investigate what happened to an now missing team of vigilants of Centaur. It's a very short mission that shouldn't take 10 minutes to complete, but it's still appreciated. Overall, Remnants of the Forbidden Order, with its high-quality custom assets and associated mini-quests, really reminds me of official in-game Bethesda creation for content. The difference, of course, being that this mod is free, and won't break your script extender. Remnants of the Forbidden Order is available on both Skyrim versions on the PC, and hopefully in a little bit on the Xbox One eventually. Next on the list, how can we go without mentioning one of the most popular mods that released while we were away? The Combat Gameplay Overhaul, or CGO, by D-Surveys. A bit contrary to its name, I feel the best way to describe the Combat Gameplay Overhaul is as a complete overhaul of Skyrim's entire movement system, with an emphasis on combat. Movement in Skyrim, especially when compared to more modern titles, has always been a bit robotic and somewhat primitive. If a character turns too quickly in any direction, they do this weird snappy thing. There's no mechanism for dodging. There's so many restrictions placed on how you can move when in combat in particular. No jumping while attacking, no moving while power attacking, no moving while attacking when both hands are full. You probably know what I'm talking about. And this is all what CEOs aim to address through numerous alterations to Skyrim's animation system. That's a combo with that for whatever you need. For fun, for getting it done, and for everything in between.
Oh, please.
Alright,
That's it.
switch to actual whatever you need. Switch to Chromebook. People are always asking, does Garage Garage have licensed technicians? Do they have a nationwide service warrant? Similar attempts have been made before with other mods in the past, but none of these are quite this impressive. Once installed, the first thing you'll probably notice this mod introduces are new lead mechanics. Rather than standing up straight 100% of the time, all the time,
Hey, good to see
as
you.
character
I was
stats
hoping you'd show up. Should have listened to my little nephew out loud. Pretty nice place
This
so
already
far.
results in
I
much
think
more
we can
fluid
settle down now.
turn, and
Find
even
a
have
place to
effects
call
first
home.
person mode.
What do you think?
Notice this on headline on screen.
No, penis coladas over there.
All characters can now change their direction
I used to use that in here.
speed when power
Before the
attack
war.
and
What do you
attack
mean,
while
before
midair,
what war?
opening
You
all
say,
sorts of Assassin's Creed as possibilities
Alluded.
as you jump from
Over
rooftops
2
onto your
million
boats
years.
with daggers
I
and
was
hands.
frozen or
Speaking
something for
of
most of it.
daggers, all actors
Just
can also
woke up a little
choose
late.
whether you carry any given
Damn.
weapon with one
Like one of
or
those old
two
Cold War
hands.
ghouls.
What
You
this
say you
means
were
is that
frozen.
now any weapon can
Anybody
be
else
considered
handle that
either
weapon?
one or two
I don't want to talk
hands.
about it.
It's up to you.
No worries.
Want to wield
We've
two
all
great
got our
swords
past
at
to
once?
deal with.
No problem.
I don't
How about
need you
getting
to
both
handle
arms
yourself.
to a single dagger?
Anyway,
Go for it.
I am glad you're here.
One handing tends to allow for quicker attack speeds at the cost of damage death. The vice versa
And I hope you don't
also
mind,
applies. So,
but I've got
some
to
real
make a comment.
advantages here.
I
As you
did
can
work
see,
on a settlement last
numerous
piece
new
ago.
innovations have been created
It's still
to
helping
help
your
these
Minutemen out there.
possibilities.
Some
Finally, my
the only
favorite
chance to start
addition
rebuilding the
to
Minutemen
is
is
the
to show
addition
people
of
that they
Don
can count on us when they
By
need us.
simply pressing the
Trouble
C
is,
while moving into
I
any
got my hands
direction,
busy.
though the exact
Do you
controls
think
are
you can come help
adjustable,
us with the
we can
settlement?
now quickly perform a roll, which is
What kind of
extremely
help do they
useful
need?
for
Sounded
dodging
like the
enemy
usual.
attacks.
Raiders.
We've seen many
You'll have
other
to get all
mods
the
try to
details
add
when
in
I
a
talk to
similar
you.
mechanic, try to allow us to dodge,
Fuck!
but none
I'd be
are
glad
this
to.
fluid.
That's
And
fantastic.
will
Good to tell you.
except
Many
for
made
work
music with people like
and
you.
speed.
Not my fucking bugger.
Users also can
Talk
use
to
this
her.
feature as well,
I'm sure he'll be
though
glad
I
for
will
all the
admit
help
they're
people.
not the best at it. There's more going on here with the CG. These are just the parts that I think are the most important. Be sure to check out the mod page for a full list of features. The combat gameplay overhaul is available on both Skyrim versions on PC, and unfortunately, due to its dependency on SKSD, probably won't make its way onto console anytime soon. Though our next mod certainly will. In fact, it already has. Coming in at number 3, rather than showcasing a single mod for this slot, we'll be taking a look at an entire bundle of mods by the same author that released between March and May of 2020. I give you the Slime Sire series by Slime Sire. Of course, as mentioned, this is available on both Skyrim versions on PC and the Xbox One. So, when all the components are installed, the collection will introduce 4 new dungeons to Skyrim. There's Fishbelly Grotto, a cave in the swamps of Morthal, the Underkeep, a large new series of tunnels beneath Riften's Ratways, Corvaxis, a large buried temple on an icy island in the Sea of Ghosts, and Zolfarden, a smaller cavern beneath the College of Winterhold's Midden. Now, here's the thing. If you haven't noticed, I'm using the term dungeons when describing these locations very loosely. Because the reality is, these places are quite a bit more than just dungeons. And honestly, some of them feel more like their own entire world spaces. With most being the size of like 3 or 4 lethal